Here it is time to do another summer overview video of the garden. So here we go. So this is our persimmon sapling, licorice basil, chard, which is a little wilted, Genovese basil, and conventional sweet basil. Here's some wormwood. This is our ground cover that it grew a lot since last year. Here's the remaining bird bath that we have, and we have goldfinches, black-capped chickadees come here regularly. It's really sweet. Another wormwood, which is a great insectary, tracks aphids, and as a result, ladybugs and ladybug larvae make it here. So here's chamomile. This is our rhubarb. We're going to transplant that. Here's the other rhubarb. It gets more sun over here, so we're going to transplant. Here's a marshmallow. It's doing great. Last year's parsley, calendula. And if you've watched our other videos, you'll see that we took out that linden. So this is going to be some new garden space. So here is our olive, more calendula. And I seeded some more calendula here, and we have a drip irrigation system going on, and so I'm noticing that seeds are growing where the drip line runs the water. You can see that path. So those are some borage from last year. There's our tarragon right over here. That's tarragon. It is I keep on reading how tarragon is this really wonderful herb, but it's not. We haven't found it to be too terribly flavorful, and that could be because our soil is lacking in nutrients and stuff. Here's the oregano going to seed. Here's some chives we got. Here's our sage and more oregano, lavender. Here's our echinacea, and that's oregano. And this that I was saying was going to seed is actually marjoram going to seed. Here's our fig tree doing great. Here's a heather, a rose, and this one's called a 4th of July rose. And then here's my little yarrow patch. It's just really soft, nice to walk through. So here's a flowering currant. It's having a hard time over here, probably too much sun and not enough water, so I'm going to transplant that. Here's some lilies. And these are the Jerusalem artichokes. And azaleas, a variegated bush. Here's garlic and leeks, and a chamomile that's needing some water. We got white sage. Here's a very happy mugwort. Seems like the wormwood and the mugwort seem to thrive in our soil, and I've read that they do well in poor soil. So more garlic, azalea, rose, lilies. I forget what that one's called. Oh, and we have a lot of linden trees, and they are just they're in bloom, and if you look closely, you'll see like bumblebees. They're not really liking my camera, but it's just amazing. And so I'm gonna harvest some linden later on in the night. And there's nearly every tree on this block is a linden tree. So here's a eggplant, our tomato. Now this one has little cherry tomatoes on it. I don't know if you can see. And then we have another tomato plant, which has some nice nice starting fruits. Very exciting. Our parsley's kind of being really mellow for some reason. Maybe it needs more water, more of our tomatoes growing. And I've got to say, tomatoes and snow peas have been really wonderful things to grow. Just really reliable. So looks like we have some larva problems in our tomato. I haven't had that happen before, so I'll do some research on that. So this is the last of our snow peas. Here we got some corn, and we got a lot more tomatoes on this. And here's our coriander, this is cilantro going to seed. And so once the seeds have formed, I'm gonna harvest the coriander. So cilantro, coriander, they're the same thing. Well, the cilantro becomes coriander. Here we have some fennel, and here's our corn. So, and we have it in, as you can see, a kiddie pool.